Hello, my name is Lorrie. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We are quilters. Today we are going to talk about the study in Scarlet quilt. We've been working on this for a couple of months, and I have all of the blocks that we have completed together back here behind me. So let me go over what we've done so far. We have created a friendship block, some traditional friendship stars, 4 of those, a garden path block, a drunkard's path block, and 2 other friendship squares. I got them all. And on Friday, I had these lovely strips of friendship stars hanging on the board, and I forgot to mention them. Thank you, Anne, for pointing that out, because I completely forgot. It was on my list, but I forgot them. So these friendship strips are, a couple weeks ago, I said, oh, let's make it a little bigger and fill it out so it's a size that I like better. Well, those are part of my extra sashing to make the quilt just a little bit bigger, so it'll fit on my queen size bed a little bit more. So some of you may or may not be making those or adding other blocks too. It's up to you. But those are the beginning of my extra width. Today we are going to fill in the coloring sheet, talk a little bit about what is coming up next month, because we're getting down to the end of the month. So let me take you to the coloring sheet. So here is my new improved and made wider coloring sheet. I will add the link to that again in case you're interested. We did the drunkard's path. I think that makes such an interesting pattern when it's just drawn out in black lines. Now, originally, my drunkard's path was going to be the teal with the purple, but when I did the show last week, I liked the purple X better, so I made the block with the purple X instead of the teal X. I need to keep this over here so I color it to match. I'm going to put the purple where the teal is. I thought all of those layouts were just absolutely fascinating. And then Marion sent me a couple more that weren't in any of the books that I pulled out to show you. So it was amazing. And I love the block that Diana made with that swirly fabric. That made it even better. And I discovered that these could be pieced. They're all the same. They're just flipped 1/4 of a turn each time. So you could actually make it in quadrants. It just looks so asymmetrical to me, but it really isn't. It is really a very symmetrical block. And I loved Anne's suggestion to use starch to make it easier. Starch really does. I don't understand why we aren't told about that. We weren't told about that when we were in home ec all those many years ago, that starch was a wonderful thing. I don't think my grandmother ever starched much of anything. I know she had it in her laundry cupboard, but my grandfather wasn't a businessman that needed starched collars or anything like that. So maybe she just didn't need to use it very often. But yeah, starch works really well when you are making small pieces. Like if you are cutting small things for hexies. Starch is wonderful then too. Almost done with the dark path of the drunkards. I think this looks so much better with the dark. And Marion commented that she liked it better with the dark too. Because yeah, it did look, when I had the real pieces up there on the design wall, it looked kind of, I think the word she used was mushy. That it just wasn't as clear as when the part was in purple. So yeah, sometimes you just have to audition, because on paper it looks really good that way. The great thing about doing the dark colors first, I can just very quickly do the light colors. It has been a coloring type of week, hasn't it? Crayons on Monday. And I enjoyed that more than I thought I would. I sort of put off making that episode because I was so afraid that it wouldn't turn out right. And oh, it was so much fun. I do love crayons. I don't think that children in public education are given enough time to use coloring utensils these days. There's too much on computer and not enough fine motor skills. I know that fifth graders were having trouble with using scissors and cutting when I retired. Oh my, that was 3 years ago. So there is the Drunkard's Path. The next one that we are going to work, oh wait, before I start with that, I need to add, these are where the strips go, and the stars are, on mine, they're a dark version of this teal. And then the rest of the block is very, very light blue. So let me put this on super speed and get these done very quickly. I do like the way that those look on the outside. I was worried about it being a bit busy, but I think that 2.5-inch red strip is going to cut that down. Oh, on the board back there, I did not put the embroidered strips with the words on. I'm not sure where exactly I'm going to put those yet. I'll figure it out though, because they will get used. So next week, we are going to, well, on the 1st, the next chapter drops so that you can listen to it on the 1st. And then, I'm sorry, yes, on the 1st. And then the Wednesday is the 2nd, and we will be doing this block. It is called the Wedding Ring. And I have it colored on the front. I have the ring in purple. And when I started cutting out pieces, I was thinking, wait, it's called a wedding ring. So let me give you a quick show of what it looks like. I'm trying not to melt my book. I cut it out, but I made the ring in yellow. I fussy cut the center with a floral that, or in some of the other pieces, like the garden path, a nice big floral. And then I put purple. Well, it's not purple, it's dark blue. If I was reading my cutting list down below, it is dark blue. It isn't even purple like I have colored in the pattern to cut it. And it will have 4 at a time flying geese. And you can tell by looking at the coloring sheet, this is a 16.5-inch block, so is this. So it will be another big block. And it will go with the chapter. So, wedding ring. Hint, hint. You might want to tune in to see what that has to do with studying Scarlet. That is all I have for today. Very quick and easy show. We will talk to you next week to make that wedding ring block. It has some tips and tricks to make this part. Talk to you on Friday for Blabfest. See you then. Hope you're having a great week.